Hello and welcome to the Kayden Show, today's best country mix. And joining me right here today is Greg McInnes. Greg, how are you doing today?
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So let's get started by getting to know you a bit and how you got started in music.
So I got started way back, probably when I was about 12. I started going on to some guitar lessons, and my mum instigated that because she played the piano and she was quite passionate about that. But she had quite a few children, so I'm one of 10. So it's pretty crazy. So she couldn't really take the time to really take us through lessons and things like that. So she put me into some guitar lessons because I didn't really want to learn the piano. And I kept doing it for about 6 years and then sort of had a break and then didn't come back for about another three after that. And then I have played it ever since. Um, got into mainly youth groups, church youth groups, playing music, and got into some bands with through the youth groups. And then as time went on, I decided to start playing out in venues. And the style of music was more rock music, really, just easy listening, rock, sort of fun party cover tunes, that sort of thing. And yeah, so I just kept going from there till today. And these days, to share with currently, I've been writing my own material for the last probably 5 years, and I've been playing solo for the last probably 7 or 8 in venues and private functions and events and things like that. But now I'm focusing more on original music.
So, what advice would you give to someone who may want to get into music, whether that be singing, songwriting? What would you tell them?
I would tell them that anyone can do it. Like anyone has the ability to sing. They, unless they're completely tone deaf, but they need just to have a determination to do it. Practice, maybe get some tuition. Same with an instrument. You can learn an instrument if you're patient, if you're motivated, if you've really got a goal. You can get stuck into it and get that support by having a coach or someone to tutor you. But I'd really encourage anyone and everyone to try it. And it doesn't matter what age. I taught guitar for about 16 years, and sometimes I'd have someone was, let's say, 50 years of age come in, never played it. And in 2 years, they were up and running. In a few months, they're playing a couple of chords, but I mean, 2 years, they're off by themselves. So it's something that can be done. And any instrument, it's an amazing thing to do is to get into music. So I encourage you to, people to seek out an instrument or maybe start singing, do some karaoke.
Definitely. Now, you have a song that was sent to me, and it's called Precious Treasure. Tell me a little bit about that song.
Okay, so that's the third song that I've released to platforms, and that was released recently. And it was an unplugged version that I wanted to do to show just a cut back, real stripped back sort of melodic, easy listening, acoustic vibe song. And what the purpose of the song or the lyrics were written about my two stepdaughters that I inherited only about 3 years ago. And they were in their late teens. One was already in early 20s. And they felt that they didn't have the best upbringing, going through a marriage breakdown of their parents and some of the logistics that caused in them over time. I just felt that they really needed some encouraging words for their future. They had a little bit of, at times, they struggled a little bit with their mental health, and I just wanted to write a love note or a prayer note over their life to bring inspiration and encouragement to them. And it seemed to work because when I delivered it to them, they both nearly in tears, and they've really been encouraged by it. So it was meant to be a real song of encouragement and inspiration.
So, Greg, if people want to learn more what you're doing, where can they find you?
So they can go to my website. That's because most of the links for various other platforms are found there. So if they go to www.greg So it's Greg McInnes, McInnes dot music, sorry, GregMcInnesmusic.com. They can find me there. And there's links to my videos. There's about to be another one released very shortly, a music video. And there's links to my other songs and various materials on that site.
So what do you like doing outside of music? Do you have any hobbies or interests or anything like that?
Yeah, I do. I like to surf. So I live between the Sunshine Coast and Brisbane. That's Queensland, Australia, for anyone watching that didn't know that. So I get to the surf every now and then because there's no surf in Brisbane. So that's kind of like a hobby that's every couple of weeks now. Other than that, I like to ride motorbikes. I've got a Ducati 800, and I've used to have more off-road bikes, but I haven't got those at the moment. So, and I love to just play guitar basically. If I'm not singing publicly, I'm sitting at home playing it and messing around and trying to create new things and write more songs. And I love hanging out with my wife and friends.
What do you think you'd be doing right now if it wasn't for music? Like if music wasn't an option, what do you think you'd be doing?
Well, I don't know. My wife has actually said that. How would our life be without music? Because she absolutely loves it. Is very supportive, and she's been helping me write some songs, even though she's not musical at all herself, but she's very creative. And so she said recently that exact thing. What would our life look like if you weren't into music? And I absolutely don't know. I suppose I'd probably more be doing things like maybe mountain bike riding. I've always had an interest in it, or maybe just more surfing. But I think it'd feel empty. I feel like it completes my life, and I love bringing that joy and that the feeling of music, the feeling that music causes in us as humans. I love bringing that to other people, encouraging them.
If you had one message to tell anyone that was listening right now, whether that be your fans, my listeners, what would you tell them?
Um, I would tell them that life is, we have a purpose and a destiny. I don't believe we're just here and evolving. I feel like we have a purpose, and that is to find who we are and what we're meant to be doing on this world. And I feel like we have something to give to each other. We could encourage each other more. We could support each other more. Music is a great method of doing that, bringing joy and happiness to others. I just feel like if we were less self-focused as a society at the moment, we're very self-absorbed. It seems to be getting more and more. I think if we focus more on blessing and touching and supporting and reaching out to others, we'd probably be more fulfilled as a person.
I definitely agree with that, Greg. And is there anything that I forgot to mention that you would like to mention before we go today?
No, not at all. I just encourage people to check my page out, as I said. And also, there is a new video coming for one of my songs, Someone Like You. That song that I released just before Precious Treasure made its way to Nashville as well on the radio there. So it's a really good song. It's got a bit of more of a country feel to it than the Precious Treasures is more of a I don't know, a folk. It's not even folk. It's probably more just a easy listening rock song. That one.
Awesome. Well, Greg McInnes, thank you so much for taking the time to come on the Kayden Gordon Show. Today's Best Country Mix. We definitely appreciate your time and support and hope to have you on the show again real soon. Thanks.
Thank you so much.